Hello everyone and welcome to the third video of this Java tutorial where we're going to be covering loops. So the first loop we're going to be covering is the for loop. So we go for int I, and just for a record, the I doesn't mean anything, it's just what the variable is called, and you'll notice that a lot of loops just put I in the for loop. So int I is equal to 0, and while I is less than 10, I++. What does I++ mean? I++ just means that it will iterate one step above, so if it's 0 and this condition is true, then it will go and turn into 1. And we're just going to print out the the value of I to the console, just like so. So why would you use a for loop? A for loop is useful if you want to loop over a certain command or a certain condition and you know the size of that limit. So we know the size that we want to print out at I while it's less than 10. And while it's less than 10, then I just keeps on getting larger. So once we do that and go ahead and run it, and as you can see, it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But doesn't include 10 because I has to be less than 10. And there are 10 numbers here because 0 is included. Usually you start a count from 1 to 10. Computers sort of reverse and count from 0 to 9, if that makes any sense. So again, just to emphasize, you use the for loop when you know the size of the condition that you want to do. But what if you don't know the size of a loop? Well, then we're going to use a while. And we're going to say, we're just going to put this as true. And we're going to declare int I is equal to 0. And we're going to check, and we're going to say if I is greater than or equal to 10, then we're going to break out of this loop. Otherwise, I++. I++ is just the same as I is equal to I plus 1. So I++ or, sorry, it's just being weird, or I like this, these all mean the same thing. It just means it's iterating one above itself. Now, I'm very terrible for getting my semicolons when I prevent these lessons. So while this is true, I is greater than or equal to 10. And it keeps iterating until it is at least 10, at the very least or greater. So let's just print that out to the console again. And as you can see, it prints out 10 times, prints out from 0 to 9. So why would you use a while loop instead of a for loop? Well, this is a bad example, but for the while loop to make sense, you need to have a larger program. And A while loop is very handy for when you want to do a certain thing with your code, but you're not exactly sure how long it's going to take. Whereas for loops, you know exactly how long it's going to take, and so you implement the for loop. Always try to implement for loops before you implement a while loop. So, there are other two loops that you'll come across, but we're going to be covering those in another lesson, and this will be the end of this lesson. So thank you guys for watching. See you in the next lesson where we're going to be covering the scanner class. Bye.